NFC matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's Cordell Patterson hauling it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Right there. 54, right there.
Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You got nothing with that. You got nothing.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey. 50's a mark. 50's a mark. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball. Hey. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Let go, defense. Gun. Here we go. Tighten up. Hey.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Newton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Newton on first down. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I'm coming for you, Mike. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
You're not ready. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
56, Mike 56. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
To To throw again on second down. Trubisky throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
56, right there, 56. We ain't giving up nothing to Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now again, right side, Patterson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
18. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On first down, it's Newton. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Newton throwing again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Again, Newton. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so A net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and well, we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Tackles.
On second down, here's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Here's Trubisky. He's going to try and go deep again. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. No. 8.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Got his target, Samuel, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And the 49er first down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20. But instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line. Cordero Patterson. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 99 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He finds Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 73 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Bears 24, 49ers 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. No gain on the play there. Second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Patterson on the carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he's got room. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the shit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here we go on 4th. Newton eluding the pressure right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Stepping and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Cam Newton scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Bears 34, 49ers 28. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this, a very important drive, leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Lock in. Hey, 18.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Trubisky will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Newton on 1st down. Coleman has it here right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Lock in. 54, check, 54.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run with Patterson, and he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Will also be gone. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.